Well, it's been fast and furious so far at round one of the Summer of Surf right here at Alexandra Headland, and things are just going to get even hotter now with the Ironwoman final. We take a look at the start list, our first one of the season, and all the big names are there. Harriet Brown, the world champion, Ella Brown, Tara Coleman, Cooper, the Australian champion there, Rebecca Creedy. We go further down the page, the defending professional series champion, Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironwoman, Jordan Mercer, Georgia Miller, Amy Nerthen, Carly Nerthen, Lana Rogers, Naomi Scott, and Eliza Smith's back for the first time in a long time. So we're looking forward to this. The girls are all lined up and ready to go. In a matter of moments, race one of the Summer of Surf for the season. The Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironwoman final is in the starters' hands and is away. And here we go. It will be board, swim, ski, off and away. And we're on with the reigning Australian Ironwoman champion, Rebecca Creedy, the last competitor to have a win. She did it just down the road at Maroochydore at the Aussie titles. We'll be looking for a big return here. Finished third in the Coolangatta Gold just a few weeks ago. And of course the young guns as well. Naomi Scott, from one of the oldest competitors to one of the youngest. And it looks like one of the best, Jordan Mercer, leading out the centre.
Yeah, and sitting on her side, Josh, I think I saw Harriet Brown there as well. So, you know, she's right up in the mix, and she's had a huge off-season, returning back to racing after breaking her jaw and then taking out the world title in the Netherlands.
That is tough stuff, that's for sure. The world champion there with the reigning Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironwoman champion, Jordan Mercer, and the Australian champion. So it's the best of the best have gone to the front in round one. And a few new look caps as well, Jack. Of course, Kirsty Higginson, formerly of Mooloolaba, then went to Noosa. She's down at Surfers Paradise with a former friend, well, a friend, training partner, Ali Day. So a couple of changes as well. So we're going to run through a little bit of that. But tell us about the nerves these girls are going to go through. First race of the year, you kind of find out whether you've done the right stuff in the off-season or whether you've left a little bit wanting.
Yeah, they've probably left the nerves behind now, Josh, on the start line. They're out there. They're in the midst of this race. They're in the middle of this board leg, the first board leg of the summer. And it's Harriet Brown, who, as we said, had a really good off-season. She's put plenty of work in and now is out in front, Josh, taking this one out.
As Jordan Mercer and Harriet Brown go stroke for stroke there, Rebecca Creedy is having an absolute blinder of an early board leg. Board had always been her weakest leg in the past, and it seems like she may have done a lot of work in the off-season here. And I guess we speak about the off-season for a bunch of different reasons, but dealing with your deficiencies, that's a massive one, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is. And to see Rebecca Creedy that close up as Jordan Mercer looks to pull over a little one, and she's just off the back, to be that close to Jordan Mercer in the first board leg in the first race of the season is impressive from Rebecca Creedy.
Of course, Jordan Mercer, the Australian board champion, just down the road. She will pick up a wave alongside Harriet Brown. So the cream has risen to the top here at Alex in the first leg of the first race of the Summer of Surf. And if this is anything to go by, we're in for an absolute cracker of a summer here. Both these girls, of course, have qualified for the final later in the year, but this is where things start to get interesting. Rebecca Creedy's there. It looks like maybe Kirsty Higginson as well, and Kirsty Hardstaff, as the girls start to make their way round into that soft sand transition runs. And we'll really get to have a look here. And no, it's not Kirsty Hardstaff, it is Lana Rogers from Noosa. So obviously training partner of Jordan Mercer, and they've done the work with coach Darren Mercer in the off-season.
Well, Kirsty Higginson, we talked about her move earlier to Surfers Paradise, an old training partner of Lana Rogers and Jordan Mercer up at Noosa, seems to have dropped back a little bit, and her board ski was generally Kirsty's strength. So look for her in that last leg in the ski leg. But up the front, Jordan Mercer improved out of sight last year in her swim leg.
It looks like maybe as well Emma Dick back into the action. She's had about 12 months off with illness and really had to sit out last season. And I know it was tough for her to sit on the sidelines and watch the rest of these girls go round. She's in the black, yellow and green of Burleigh Heads, Mowbray Park, making her way around there. Kirsty Higginson, the blue cap with the yellow star. Watch for Georgia Miller there, the yellow cap with the two maroon stripes. She's trying to push her way through as well. A real breakthrough summer for her last year. And who do you think could break through this year and really put their mark on this Ironwoman race, Jack? There's a lot of young guns coming through.
Yeah, well, I certainly would be looking for some of those young guns, Josh. The likes of Gemma Smith, who's not here racing this weekend. Lizzie Wellborn, again, another one who's not here. But Naomi Scott, she's currently sitting in 5th place behind 4 of who are pretty much the top Iron women in the country at this stage, and she's doing a very good job in going with them.
The thing we see a lot of is these stars that break out and they do the job, they get medals in open competition, and then they get a little bit of second-year syndrome. Maybe they don't work as hard. Maybe they think it's going to come that easily, and they kind of struggle, but not from Naomi Scott. She looks like she's gone on from leaps and bounds at the Manly Club there, and she's swum her way onto the front of the pack, but it's going to be the ski that'll decide these things. As on the front of the race there, Harriet Brown and Lana Rogers have gone to the front, gone past Jordan Mercer and Rebecca Creedy, and there's just a little wave starting to build at the moment, Jack. Maybe enough to tease these competitors, but not enough to give them any help at all.
It's a small bubble, Josh. It'll give them a little lift. They'll feel it underneath them, and then it'll go underneath, and they will have to get up and do all the work themselves. Harriet Brown's up into her dolphin dive. She's the tallest girl out there, and she might get another little lift out of this one.
Well, they try and push down it there, but heartbreak once again. There's probably no worse feeling in surf life saving than thinking you're going to get down a wave, then being forced to dolphin dive, and they're up and away. And have a look out the back. Emma Dick standing up all the way out there, but there's nothing on offer. And Lana Rogers is leading our race here. She's out in front from teammate Jordan Mercer. So what about this? Noosa 1, Noosa 2, they'll go into transition there. Rogers has had an absolute blinder. The world champions in third, Harriet Brown. The Australian champions in fourth, Rebecca Creedy. Naomi Scott looks like she's had to work very, very hard in that swim there. Emma Dick is back with a vengeance, Jack. She'll be very happy with her race so far. Georgia Miller's there as well. A couple of the other competitors, of course, Kirsty Higginson, Amy Nerthen, Carly Nerthen, Kirsty Hardstaff and Tara Coleman. 4 from Currumbin there, so a very good job from them. If you add Olivia Hall, they've got 5 in this final, so Michael King's doing some good things, but they can't seem to catch our lead 4 competitors, as Naomi Scott's just dropped away ever so slightly on the lead pack, Jack.
Well, you would expect that from the young girl, Josh, and Georgia Miller's on her ski in a way. I probably would have expected a little bit more from her in that swim leg to drag herself back up, but in saying that, some very classy swimmers up the front.
Another one who went to the World Championships, competed for the Australian team over there. New Zealand, 3 world titles in a row, picked it up. The Black Finns are very happy about that, but enough on the world titles. Our Australian champion, Rebecca Creedy, is really putting the hammer down in this ski leg. Carly Nerthen chasing hard. She's 5, 6 deep at the moment on the ski, so a huge pack there. Carly will be looking to get in the performance, and whoa, Rebecca Creedy really puts the pressure on Harriet Brown and Jordan Mercer there, gives them no room at all around the cans. So Rubbing's racing, Jack, and a few little interesting tactics early in the season.
If we have a look at it now, Rebecca Creedy is doing exactly what you should be doing when you're going around those cans. She's putting her nose in front. She's pushing her rivals to the inside to make sure that she gets the cleanest run around, because she is on the outside. She doesn't want to travel a further course than those on the inside.
So it's day 1, race 1, and they're already jamming each other on the cans. This is going to be a very fiery summer, Jack, and I'm looking forward to every stroke and every race. Jordan Mercer just eases up there, and see how close she was to the can there. She almost headbutted it, and guess who is not hanging around at all? Rebecca Creedy on the front as Jordan Mercer starts to chase hard, and it looks like Naomi Scott, with all that crash and bash, push and shove around the can, has latched back on at the moment, but Rebecca Creedy, she just takes a quick look around there. I was about to say she's not looking back, but she is. She's got to put their head down and go here, because there's not a lot of waves on offer.
Well, it's amazing, isn't it, Josh? A 10-minute race comes to a race in on the ski. There's 5 girls up the front, 3 now that are starting to pull away, and Rebecca Creedy is working on a little bump, Josh. Will it be enough? Will it get her through to the beach?
Oh, she's opened up a huge lead there. She's exploded on one runner, and that will be the difference here. Round 1, Alexandra Headland. I don't want to call it too early, but she has absolutely put on a clinic, and Rebecca Creedy has picked up where she left off last summer here, top of the tree, and she will win round 1 of the Summer of Surf. But the real race is on for second place. Jordan Mercer's up and away. Harriet Brown's in there. Rebecca Creedy is our champion. What a win from her. Jordan Mercer will go toe-to-toe with teammate Lana Rogers. Harriet Brown looks like she'll finish 4th. Naomi Scott resigns to 5th place, but a very, very tired Rebecca Creedy has pulled off a massive win here. She continues her golden reign on the Sunshine Coast. 2 wins from her last 2 races, and what a way to start the summer. Rebecca Creedy from the new Club at Kurrawa picks up the win. Jordan Mercer and Lana Rogers put the Sunshine Coast on the podium there. Brown, Scott, Dick, they round out the top 6 at the moment. We head further down the page, the Currumbin Crew's there. Georgia Miller faded late. Ali Britton did it tough after the Coolangatta Gold. Jade Mickle, Brielle Cooper, Olivia Hall and Megan Croyder.
It's been a big off-season. Obviously finishing the year with a win definitely makes the off-season a bit easier to deal with, and it makes you a bit more excited to get in and race. So done plenty of hard work and it's starting to show. You know, Geordie was out there doing her thing, and we had Georgia Miller and Harriet Brown, so, you know, some of the top Ironwomen in the series, and getting out there and having a win early gives you that confidence to carry on for the rest of the season. Yeah, look, I'm really excited, and this year it's all about the short course racing. The gold was just a bit of build and a bit of, I guess, background to back up the racing I need to do through the season. And but in the end, it's all about the short course this year and taking out that Nutri-Grain title.
Well, she set her sights on the biggest prize in our sport, and she started the perfect way. On top, maximum points, Rebecca Creedy, Jordan Mercer in second, and Lana Rogers make it second and third for Noosa there. We head further down the page, the Currumbin Crew, Nervin, Hardstaff and Coleman will look to improve as the summer goes on. Georgia Miller's there, as is Tiana.